guys, Gilly here from Tactical Edge Hobbies with Matthew, the crime duo of the Gelblasting industry, the Batman and Robin. Of course, I'm Batman. We're reviewing now the minigun or the microgun, the M132. So definitely buckle up because this is going to be an awesome ride. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is obviously the microgun. Now, compared to the actual real thing, this is made obviously on a lightweight polymer. Now the barrel though is alloy barrels, okay, which is pretty cool. Now it is definitely a little bit lighter. It's about 4 kilos compared to the real thing, with 4 barrels instead of 6, okay. But Matt, would you like to tell me a little bit more about this blaster?
Yeah, man. So this thing, it is pretty much run straight off what we call HPA, which is high pressure air. But the actual blaster itself is run off SLP, which is super low pressure. So it's basically HPA regulated right down to super low pressure, which is a maximum of 120 psi, but I don't recommend really going over 110. So, yeah, like you said, the cool thing about it is it's got a metal, completely rotating barrel here. Every barrel functions, it shoots. Pretty much every time it gets to the top here, it'll shoot a gel, which is really cool. The whole pretty much rear of it is a reinforced nylon polymer. But as you can see on this side here, right here, we've got this pretty much tube or little chamber. That's where the motor and the battery will go. So it still needs a battery to pretty much turn this, and that's pretty much the only function for the battery. It has a proprietary motor that sits up the front here, and when it comes to proprietary, that means it's pretty much one of a kind.
Of course, so you can't really get external parts anywhere else. It's literally what it is. So I'm assuming, because you've said this, that means you'll be able to turn up and then turn down, I guess, the FPS due to the PSI. Is that correct?
Yes. So obviously, when you've got more PSI, more pressure regulated into it, how fast it shoots will vary. So at 110 PSI, it does about 400 feet per second, depending on the gel, which is pretty crazy. You know, most fields around, you know, won't sort of let you go over 300.
Yeah, so that's what I was just going to say. So the good thing is, I guess, this will be definitely, you'll be able to use it at any field, guys. If there is an FPS limit of 300, well, you can drop it down just by what? Just a little...
Yeah, you can just regulate the pressure down.
That is awesome.
So that's the best thing about it. There's not really any upgrades you can really do because, you know, when it comes to like normal gel blasters where you've got the gearbox and the spring, you've got to change the springs and the gears and everything like that to adjust how hard it shoots a gel. Whereas this is just, you know, a simple turn on your HPA tank to regulate the pressure. But it is it does have a little battery compartment in here. It does have a little inline MOSFET with a Dean's plug, but they do actually supply a little adapter that goes from Dean's to Mini as well, which is cool. Which is really
that is really good. So I believe with the batteries, you can't use more than 11 volts with 5 amps. Is that correct?
It's actually, you can't go over 12 volts or 5 amps. So that's pretty much 11.1 is what the most common one that we use, and don't go over 5 amps. You know, because that's when the MOSFET will, you know, start to kick in and protect the motor and whatnot. So.
Now the other thing is I was going to say is that I believe that to fill these gel balls, you got to. I believe it's at the front. It's like a little thread.
Yep.
So.
Cool.
All right. So.
As you can see, we've got a.
So it's spring-loaded fed.
Yep. So it is spring-fed. So there's no.
So this is going to be then. I'm assuming you'd be able to fill over 1,000 rounds easily.
Yeah. So this tube, you'll fit over 1,000 rounds easy. And the beauty about it being spring-fed is you can you sort of point it in any direction and shoot from there because it's
so you can have it inverted.
Yeah.
And all that sort of
it'll
stuff.
shoot because it's being force-fed into the barrels.
That is so cool.
The other cool thing about this is that on this side, you've got this other little tube here. Now, what it actually means is it's actually dual powered. So you can either have it running HPA through this little line at the back, or you can put a special like gas canister in and it'll run off like a green gas. But the only problem is Australia has super strict green gas laws.
I was just about to say.
So in saying that, like, we are working on a
counterpart.
Yeah, Australia friendly sort of gas can that will fit that and be able to be used legally. But that's still in development, so at this stage it's pretty much only be able to use HPA, which is essentially just compressed air, like you've got a air compressor at home. You can literally get the fittings, plug it in, it'll work. So yeah, I'll plug it in and I'll show you what the barrel can do.
That's so cool.
Yeah, man. So these are absolutely super fun. The amount of gels that you can hold in it is just crazy when you can just, you know, shoot them out at up to 38 rounds a second. The other thing, like the other cool thing is that the manufacturers also developed a better motor. Because it is proprietary, they also made a better motor, and I believe that goes up over 50 rounds a second, that one. But I haven't got our hands on it yet, so...
So we may possibly be able to get our hands on these motors?
Yep, yeah, one day. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much one of the few upgrades you can do. It does have aluminium inner barrels in it.
Barrels, yep.
They're about 7.5 mil in diameter. If you go changing the inner barrel at all, you may run into feeding issues. These barrels here, tried and tested, they work great.
So my question then is, and I'm sure some of you guys are probably going to be asking then, is would there be a possibility in the later future to put hop-ups individually on each of these barrels?
Yeah,
yeah,
completely possible. We're going to have to develop them specifically
time,
for it.
That'd be awesome.
So, you know, you may see down the track that there'll be a pop-up just for it. But the other cool thing about this is it's not just limited to the way it looks like this. There is also what we call a vehicle mount kit.
Yes, the accessory kit, which is right here, I believe.
Yes. So what that actually comes with, you can get a little, basically like a muzzle that goes over here and it comes to about here, and that's completely steel. So it gives it that, that look.
That look, yeah. I know
you remove this handle here and you can actually get a little, like a pivot mount under here. So you can mount it to something and it'll sit there and it'll pivot on it.
Oh, that is
like
so
that.
Cool.
Addition to that, you can take this grip off.
It will.
And you get your
little
grip with a spade trigger.
Yeah. That's so cool.
So, yeah. Man.
Wow, so this is definitely going to be perfect for any sort of gel ball field, or even at home if you wanted to create like a little obstacle course and you want a juggernaut type style. You've got it, guys. The possibilities are endless with this. This is really cool. I mean, for cosplayers, if you want to, like, I guess, oh geez, what am I thinking of? Like a war machine mounted up here, guys, you could probably finally have something like that.
Yep. Look, even for movie props, man.
Yeah,
like
movie props, I mean.
The easiest thing to get to as close as possible.
Wow. And the good thing is, and I'm happy to say this with a massive smile on my face, I'm assuming that this is going to be Tac Edge exclusive.
Of course, mate.
There you go. So if you want something like this, come on down to Tactical Edge Hobbies and you'll be able to grab yourself an awesome micro gun. Yeah, all I can say is let's just maybe do a couple of shots of actually shooting the blaster so you can see how it looks and you can hear the sound of the gel balls cracking. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review that we've done. Now, I know that you've said you want to probably see the chrono on this, but you've heard from Matt that it will do up to 400 FPS.
Yeah, it does vary.
So it will be depending on the PSI.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so let's go and shoot this bad boy and see what it does, and we'll get back onto the outro. Alright guys, there you have it. So that's the micro gun. I hope you enjoyed this review. Guys, if you did, please smash or blast that like button down below. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. You're going to see more of me and Matt definitely in the coming of weeks, because we've got some cool stuff coming lined up for you, like our tech talks.
Yeah, man.
And so yeah, guys, what more can I say? But stay fresh, stay blasting, because this is Tactical Edge, guys, and we bring you nothing but the dope products, dope content. Until then, I say peace, adios, au revoir, sayonara.
Bye.